We're gonna have a really big finisher. I'm just not sure what his finisher is. Like he probably has Ozrael on the Yigrin, but I don't know what else he would do. Hopefully he does that here. We can hit it with sim loss. Nice, we get sim loss value. And this should be a really big finisher. He still has 2 cards left, but this should be good. He's still 4 Waylays on this sim loss. Each of these is playing for 10, and then we've got 21 on our leaders. Unfortunately, there's no way to dodge an Igni, so he has an Igni. I really don't think he does, though. Yeah, that's just GG. He already played another Geralt. Today we're going to be playing some traps with several new Scoia'tael cards. Now we're only going to be playing the 4 traps, just enough to get our Reordain into our starting, not Reordain, the other one, Angus into our starting hand. And basically just want to play as few traps as possible. We're not going all in on the traps, although I think we'll do that at some other point as well. See if Yorvith's Gambit's good enough now with Yorvith. But our idea here is we're going to use Angus, boost our Deadeyes. We're going to be playing Reordain, so we can get some effect out of him. Ideally we use him around 3 with a heist, or round 2 I suppose, with a heist, but we really want to heist him if possible. It's most likely not going to happen because he does have only 4 power, but you never know, it might work out. Then we have our Simloss, he's here for our Waylays. We're not playing Alyssa this time. We're just going to rely on, so we're not going to play the Waylays then shuffle them back. We're just going to put the Waylays ideally in our hand and then just shuffle them in, or maybe go 3 Waylays. Ideally we just get to use Vanadain as well. Like in a perfect world we get to heist Vanadain like 3 times, and then we can heist Angus a couple times. Or we can do, well, like whichever one we get, we do a couple of heists on, and then we just heist either Reordain if we want to in the next round or something like that. There's a lot of different ways we could play it, a lot of flexibility depending on what the opponent's doing. But all those kind of require something to live, so we can use heist on it, which makes Vanadain the one that usually works out. Usually he's the one that's the best chance of living. But anyway, that's the idea. We want to use heist on these guys. Now, to make sure we're always getting our Angus into our starting hand, we are going to be playing 4 traps, like I said. We're playing Serpent Trap, because it has the highest potential. It can kill something really big. Crushing Trap has pretty good potential too, but it seems like not a lot of people are playing a lot of units right now, so it doesn't seem like it's very good. Then we have Deception, which is really nice for spawning those 3 Deadeyes. This one's our best point value trap. If the opponent's not doing anything, we just get, this is the most guaranteed value, is what I'm saying. With the Pitfall Trap, this one, it can be good. It can also kind of miss, depends what your opponent's doing. But we want to play this before they play a big card, obviously. With the 1 Incinerating Trap, those are our traps. So that gets us get our Angus into our starting hand, which is what we want. Other than that, we are playing the heist. Like I mentioned, I really like the heist. It's really fun to use. Then we have the Scoia'tael. This has a finisher option. If you've gone with a bunch of Anguses, the range to spawn Deadeyes can be really good point slam instead of relying on having Deadeyes out. Then we have the Call to Force. I used to play Oniromancy, but I figure we'll go with Call to Force here. I think we want the provisions to let us go with the traps and Reordain. So I think that helps quite a bit. Give us a couple provisions. Then we have the Vanadain we mentioned. Isengrim is another option for good value, especially in a longer round once we use our leader charges, ideally. And then the Waylays. Then the traps. We are playing Arcane Tome to help us find our our heist and our Call to Forest. And then we have the Waylays, like we mentioned. You can play those with Simloss. We are playing a Dragoon. The 4 provision cards, you can kind of do whatever. These are just the ones I happen to pick. I went for more of an elf approach. You can run like a second Peller or a Squirrel or like a Spores or any of the 4 provision things that kind of work. But I went for more elves because I wanted to keep using Trickster. I kind of like Trickster. So we have the Dragoon, 2 Sappers. These are for Purifies. 2 Bowmen just because they have pretty good value and they can be removal. And then we have 1 Peller just as an extra Purify to try and take more advantage of Heist. And the 2 Tricksters and the 2 Neophytes. So that is the deck. Pretty simple, but it has a lot of flexibility in how you play it and in what matchup you're in. So it should be pretty fun to use. Anyway, let's go try it out and see just how well it works.
Anything in particular interest you?
Imposter, probably ball. Maybe we can get something done here with our combos. Get something set up at least, hopefully. Oh, we might have wanted to keep that for the pikeman. Well, I guess we have movement from Trickster anyway. No heist, otherwise his hand would be really good. Could open trap and try and hit a pikeman, especially because battle stations double pikeman, we could hit one. Let's do that. Just because if we don't have a way to stop the first pikeman, it should get him the round. We don't really want to give it to him. Right now we have an Angus we could play. Sad we're kind of short on the heist.
Onwards, sons of Nilfgaard!
Interesting. I wonder how many tactics he's playing to want to play that. Let's go with the Angus. See if he kills it. He might overcommit into killing it out of fear of heist, but he doesn't have to do that until we play the heist. And he should know that, so if we don't play the heist, he doesn't have to worry about it. It doesn't stop it from heist, so that is literally a meaningless play. Okay, whatever. Do we go for more setup and just kind of accept that we won't get a big combo? I think we do. Let's play the Vanadane. Let's put back this Waylay and I guess the Peller. We're gonna wait to click this Saber until we do the Trickster. Or until we play the Trickster so we get an extra point. So he locks our Vanadane, he uses his leader. That also doesn't stop the heist from doing anything, because it replays it. So I'm not sure what the point of these locks are. I guess he doesn't want us getting value, but this doesn't make too much sense to me.
Pointy-eared clumsiness again.
I guess he's just trying to deny us value from these Waylays we're not going to play this round. We might have to go with a couple traps here. Serpent Trap wouldn't be bad, except as long as we get ahead after it. This gets us ahead by 1 or 2. And then if he plays a special, we trigger Serpent.
Feeling a bit peckish.
I guess we should just purify the Vanadane since it's got a poison on it.
Blue Mountains! My favorite quarry? What? Fugitive, of course.
Here's the Felipe. I guess we give him the win on even. Serpent's not going to do anything here. He has more poison, so no matter what we do, since we can't kill this, he's definitely going to win the round. So I think we just have to pass on even. Question is, does he worry about... he doesn't worry about this as... We didn't play it in a position... We should have played it here to threaten Horn, but we didn't. Really unfortunate we do this other Waylay. At least we have access to our heists now. He's probably gonna go for it. Oh, shoving the Felipe back in? Yeah, he is. Was not expecting the Asira, that's for sure. I think we play our cargo. Or our heist, I mean. He can play a special here, but I'm guessing most of his specials won't do much if we don't have any units. We're almost certainly going down cards here.
Please, no blows. My apologies, I only served it.
Which unit would we play? We might have to rely on Call into Riordan. We're going for a 3 Waylays Simloss, which I don't like. So start with this guy, I guess. Play small stuff. He's playing poisons. And maybe we can get value from moving with Dragoon. So he's probably playing ball next to 2-0 us, so we're going to play trap. Let's get a little bit of value. Alright, he didn't do it. Alright, so we do keep most of our stuff. Since we spring this. I'm guessing he predicted we had that.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand. None shall tread on us.
Now we need 8 points here. Guess we have to play Isengrim or this in a leader. Let's do this in a leader. And then I just really don't want to draw those Waylays again. He does have a card advantage in double last say, which is obviously not ideal. We're really short on traps for our Riordan. Drew it. It's good. The only thing we're missing Simloss, so we've called a forest for him. Let's open with the heist.
For traitors.
The Van Moorlands.
So this takes, we have 4 Waylays, we can kill both of these. I think it is probably worth it to just go in and remove this setup.
You are no lunatic of mine. For the daisy of the valley! Time for you to die, Dwan.
With good deception next turn, I think. Riordan doesn't get us a trap, he only gets us an elf. So we finish with Riordan for a Purify, hopefully on a redeploy. Or a Purify just on something that's poisoned. With no Emir, no Fifion, a ball would be... There's a Vincent, he's just going to kill our Simloss. That's weird. We can't replay Simloss. He's not a bandit soldier or a agent. I'm guessing he just doesn't know what the card does. I'm guessing he just didn't read cargo. There's the ball.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
Whichever guys we play are going to die. So do we just go 4, 7? Do we use Scoia'tael for damage, or we want to save her for tempo? Guess we go for damage. He's probably gonna kill her. Go for damage, we don't have to bother with our leaders yet.
We shall retake the cities that were stolen from us.
No reason to go for overkill. He doesn't have an aristocrat that does damage. Okay, there's the lock. We're gonna reordain a poison though. Or he's gonna go for the lock and then poison for her. Yeah, he's gonna lock then poison her again. That makes sense. Makes sense. We can go reordain now. Or we can go... Yeah, we want to reordain now. So we want to get an elf. The best elf, I guess, is a bowman. Even though it's not great.
Don't hesitate. There.
Gonna force him to kill our reordain though. Most likely.
Trust racists.
The reason for reordain over Isengrim is I'm pretty sure if we just play Isengrim, he's gonna kill it. If we play reordain and we get another elf with a deploy, we can maybe get some value with our from our Cargozon. Yeah, so you got the fleet bay back. So this is gonna do a lock. That's not gonna accomplish it. I guess we do actually keep our reordain. That's a surprise.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health. Time for you to die, dwarf.
Play this.
Freedom is what.
So we'll get another one of these. Or do go for a Purify. Let's go for the Purify.
For your bed!
We do this one. We play our Isengrim. And should be quite a bit of points. He needs 40. Went for the Purify because it reduces the Rompali value. I guess he gets it back now though. Gets 1 poison.
The only good human is a dead human.
That'll be a GG. Now we're facing imprisonment. Now the imprisonment charges don't really stop our heist combo, but I'm guessing this is also ball. So I guess that won't stop either. At least we have the heist. We have heist, we have Angus. Hopefully we can do stuff with that. We don't want either of these Waylays. We keep drawing. 2 Purifies, we'll put one of these back. We can't play the Tome, but I don't really want to throw it back because I guess we could have thrown back Call to Force, but we want to play Call to Force. I just want to hold this for now. That way we know we won't draw the Call to Force and this next round, or draw this again next round. We put it back to the start next round. Let's go with the heist. What an incredible waste of time, he says. You, the viewers, will have to determine if that's true or not. So we're going to go Angus next. Oh, it's Cultists. We have free reign to do as much setup as we want, basically here. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, he might have a 1 heat wave. Like, people playing these decks that lose to heat wave tend to play heat wave, but this deck doesn't lose to heat wave because of the imprisonment charges and a fawn. So I'm guessing he might not actually have it. No, he does have it. Alright, that's fine. I think I'd rather Vanadane anyway. I think we'd rather replay Vanadane anyway. Now this has to go off. If this gets stopped, we're actually probably going to lose. We actually want all the Purifies, I'm pretty sure.
I'm impressed. Now we will see who is weak.
I don't think he has a way to kill this. Never mind, he does. So we should... I think we lose now. We have nothing we can set up. I don't see how we can win this. I guess we have to try.
I'm impressed.
Ah, yes, you're so impressed. What a skill-based deck you were playing. It's just amazing. Let's go with the sappers.
I'm so tired. If I'm to die, I'll do so sword in hand.
I guess we can still do some crazy cargo on Vernassil Isengrim, but that requires us to win this round. Which is not going to happen. I don't think. But now we have these 3 Purify cards, which aren't going to be very useful.
Oh, apologies, gentle sir. Blue Mountains!
Might even teleport this. It's gonna be the scenario. No, it's gonna be that teleport we talked about.
We enact the will of the cosmos.
We need to save our Peller. We need the Peller to purify. Let's see. Do we have any card that can kill off our own guy? I don't think so. I guess we have to let him have it here. We don't want to play the Waylays, and we're going to need the Peller, I think. So we need the Purify for next round. Do something on Isengrim and Vernassil. We need to replay one of these with the 3rd cargo to have a chance. It's very, very unfortunate he had this and the other one. Oh, that getting rid of one of those is good. He has the leader now. He has the leader twice. Or go down a card. He's probably just going to try and go for round 3 with 9. That might suit us. Doing double leader? He has to double leader if he doesn't want to go down 2. Then he can't because of the Ifan. Will come out. He's going to go for a 2-0. That's interesting. We don't want to play Tome, I think, anymore. The thing is, we can't shuffle it back and shuffle back. We can't shuffle everything back is our problem. And we have 3 Waylays now. We can't. I guess we need to put. This is just literally dead. Our hand is so bad. Our hand's just so bad. I guess going for the 2-0 makes sense if his hand's good, because ours is garbage. We can't play any. I guess maybe Reordain can get us some of our elves. That's our only real shot. We need some Reordain magic here. But at a 4, he dies to a. I guess he doesn't die to imprisonment. I guess if we need the Reordain. The best trap, the most likely trap to live is Serpent Trap. So let's play that one. We need the trap to live to get an elf. We'll go ranged Vernassil. Because we need to spawn more guys for the Isengrim. He might have a teleport, but this guy's doomed, so wouldn't teleport it. does have no Neuromancy, he'd be pretty sad. His Operator.
In my dreams.
Now, unfortunately, we can't kill this. And if we can't kill this, it's kind of game over, right? I guess maybe Pitfall or... We could Spring Serpent Trap and kill it. That's probably what we'll do.
We fight to the last.
Alright, let's get the Pitfall, I guess. And then we will play our ranged Vernaciel. So go Pitfall here. Ranged Vernaciel.
Aim between the eyes. Leave none alive.
Get the extra value, I guess, and we'll Spring the Serpent to get rid of his guy.
In my dreams.
We still don't have our cargo out. We have to get that out soon. Like this turn. Hopefully this can kill a lot of his guys. I guess he still hasn't activated this. Oh, never mind. I forgot he hadn't activated this yet. He's activated now. He's got one of those in his hand. Oh, we might actually win this. His hand is so bad, though. He's gonna start getting his guys now, though. His points are gonna start coming in now. We do have one Purify.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Which I think we'll have to use this turn.
Fighting spirit, what needs ye to flee this world ever free?
I really didn't expect the rear Dane. Alright, GG. That's we need to get the Isegrim with that, so guess we're good. Going up against Onslaught. Alright, late game Waylays won't be as good here because of the armor. And he really should not let us have Vandane or Angus live, so I'm guessing we won't get much value out of cargo. Probably should still try, though. I've been trying to think of a way to abuse the cargo's wasn't played this turn effect, because if you summon something, it wasn't played. But I haven't figured out a good way to do that quite yet. I think we should just Spring the Serpent Trap on this. It removes a lot of armor potential from him, and he used his Crystal Skull on it. Play this. We play this before these guys, otherwise we're going to take pings. So whatever you play, he now has access to removal for. It's a bit annoying. Don't quite have the damage to kill that. Just play the Angus. He's gonna clash with it, but not much we can really do. There's no way it's gonna live. Could just hit with Gutting Slash now or something. Yep, there's the clash. If you use the Caratrolde there, though, Vanadane might have a chance of living. Is it worth going Trickster on that? Just play the Trickster.
Oh, dear. My pointy-eared
It makes it a lot harder for him to potentially kill our Vanadane, which we're going to play next turn. Okay, he's got another one, so it doesn't really matter. We'll use one of these to move the other one, though. Get that point back. Then play our Vanadane. which is also probably going to die, but let's put this back and put this back. We won't rely on doing the Vanadine more than once. I think we can get one of these on him, we'll be lucky. Gonna heat wave it. I think we call this good enough. Heist didn't do much for us, but against a control deck like this, it was never going to. Reordain's even less likely to live. Oh, we do have a really nice hand here. If he bleeds us, we're in so much trouble. I guess we just hope he doesn't bleed us. And he's definitely going to, by the looks of it.
Dare start with me? Fireborn of the sea?
Definitely going to. Our tome's dead here, which is a little unfortunate. So we did draw the Call to Force at the end there. Let's play our Deception.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
Just play stuff he can't interact with for now. We could sim loss for the round. I don't like it though. We might, because we have so many other good cards to keep.
Greeting. Want to look over our stock?
I think we'll sim loss.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
Accursed racists. Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand. Aaron has showed us the way.
Should give us the round. The problem with we don't want to keep playing is because we have this Tome is not a great card because it's dead right now, and we have triple Deadeye Ambush and Vernastiel and all these other guys for later. That gives him one Seagull. Honestly, we could play the Tome. I think we'll go Isengrim.
No mercy!
The next turn we can replay Isengrim with the Tome and just get rid of it. Okay, there's the pass. We did lose our cargo again, but we didn't want to give him anything that where he could get armor off of it from potential armor smiths or Terror of the Seas later on. We do need a trap here and to put Tome back. This goes back, and we do want one of our two traps. Don't get it. That's quite unfortunate. Not much point in Peller, so we'll just throw him out first.
Gale, ye we summon, ye we call.
Funeral Boat is something we do not want to be alive. So we can Trickster it, and then I'll move it range. We can kill it with 3 damage from the Bowman if we want to next turn. Or hit something else and they'll probably just kill it with the Bowman.
Thunder on the seas.
You're dead already.
We do have Vernastiel with 3 leaders left, and Reordain, which would get us a trap. But the trap, I guess, would be Pitfall, so we should do that earlier. Dang, he did get the Fukushi out before we could. Not really sure. This is probably Croc again, right? Oh no, excuse me, Armor Smith. 7. Makes sense. Armor Smith's really good. Let's see, we could go for our trap here. We could do it next turn. We know he's a Terror of the Seas left. Let's wait one more turn. There's Sov. Oh, it's gonna die to this. That's good for him. Guess we should have gone for the pitfall trap there.
Never relent, never surrender.
Sure as my forebears horns.
So ideally we would get a neophyte, I think, for the transform effect. I don't think we're gonna have enough points here.
I shall not fail.
Got Terror of the Season to kill our neophyte. So I imagine this is Terror of the Season. Although the Sov's, yeah, there it is. The Sov's a bit weird. I didn't expect the Sov tempo. Just gave him too many points.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand. Time to die. I'll do so sword in
We
hand.
shall retake the cities that were stolen from us.
He's got too many points from the Sov. I didn't expect him to have that. Syndicate crimes. Let's see what we've got going on. He probably has a decent amount of removal. And he's going first with Eye. So Brawler can kill all of our guys. Which is unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it though. We have both our specials. We should put one back so Tome can get it. So put this one back so Tome can get it. It gives him access to a tutor from it, but then we just let it die.
Cast off decadence! Renounce sin!
Our problem's going to be the Brawler, the Bare Knuckle Brawler, because he's going to kill all of our guys with it if we do try and do any setup. But it's not an efficient coin spender. I think we still have to try and set it up, though. We'll try and play a couple of cards before we go into our combo setup. So we just throw down Angus, it's going to die. And maybe if we play like this first and get a couple of guys, and then do this, it'll trigger.
By denying penance, you confirm your guilt.
Oh yeah, nothing's getting set up here. What'd he play? Wasn't looking. Open Sesame. Okay. I guess we go for the Angus. There's no way it's gonna live, but we might as well go for at least a setup card. But any crime should kill this. Yeah, there's that Bare Knuckle Brawler we knew we had. Now he's out of coins, though. We could try for Vanidae now. If we think it'll work. He's got 4 damage off of these, though. This might be our best shot at it. Let's try for it.
As you command, Daisy.
I don't think we're gonna need another one of those. Pretty sure we die to like a payday or something, just any damage crime. So this is the best turn to go for it while he has no coins.
Who's got the wares if you've got
Elf, remove his cowl, then his
Figures.
ears.
Just give it to him. There's no way we're coming back at all here. Got 2 Open Sesames carry over. The Akarantia is going to be a huge problem. We don't have Vanadane, or we don't have any setup we could really exploit with cargo from Heist now. So we don't have the value. I figured against his deck, probably wasn't doing anything anyway. We have 4 Waylays in our deck now. That's interesting. It's good, but we'll probably draw them next round.
The eternal fire. Mercy nor forgiveness.
Crushing Trap would be good in this situation. We don't have it, though. He has nothing else to bring back with that, so it's not too big a deal that we kill it. But it means if we kill this, he can't keep reviving it.
How about this one?
Man, seeing a lot of open sesames here. Although the 5 tribute's pretty consistent with what you got. I think we're gonna need this heist this round. Just for value on stuff. I wonder how much he'll respect Crushing Trap.
Oh, outburst apologies, gentle sir.
If we play a trap, how much will he respect the possibility of it being Crushing Trap? This one was spawns. We could replay this one, by the way, with the cargo. It's worth noting that. Sometimes it might be useful. We want to save maybe these 2 cargoes.
How many sweet ones could I get for a dime?
He's really getting a lot of value here. He's filling all of his stuff up. I think we'll have to play our Deception. And then maybe he'll be afraid of Crushing Trap and pass. Yeah, so he's going to pass. Except it's not Crushing Trap. So we're going to get 3 Deadeyes, which will be worth 12 points. It's just a 22. We need a bit more. Could replay this.
I shall not fail.
Can replay this.
I shall not fail.
Still get 12 more, right? So we got 26.
You're dead already.
To die. I'll do so
Plus then this gets us our 30. You know, as long as we don't draw Waylays, we're good. Are we missing any key cards? We need a trap for Reordain. I guess we have Serpent Trap. Not sure how likely that one is to live, but I don't want to risk drawing into one of our Waylays. He does have Akarantia. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing with the triple open sesame setup. Pretty sure. But Serpent Trap can kill that. Question is, what do we play first? I guess we just open Serpent Trap. I guess we just open Serpent Trap. Of course, he plays a special, it's wasted completely. Let's just play a Bowman. I don't want to play Serpent Trap when he's got no units out. So he plays like a tutor card or something, it just does nothing. Like he played Bank here. Yeah, he played Open Sesame there. He's got 4 of those. He generated 2. Both of his Shady Vendors got him. We're going to get destroyed by Akarantia, but there's not really anything to do about it.
Dreadfully sorry. Silly me.
It's going to be pretty funny how many cards he's going to play with this thing. Man, we really just can't find a spot for Serpent Trap. I guess we just play it here, and if he flips it, he flips it. But we need to play it before these other ones. Hopefully, we need some Sapper's value to win the game, I think. Gonna Heat Wave our Serpent Trap. Now that is definitely GG. Because now we can't trigger our Reordain to get our traps. Or get our elves. I guess maybe we don't need the elves. say heist. Can't trigger that with this. I guess we just purify this.
So tired.
We can't kill its Akarantia anymore. It's going to be behind an Azar. I guess quad Waylays can kill it, but I'm assuming he's going to play Candle first. Brawler's going to do a lot of damage here. Might clear our board. Leader charts kill the last one. Would mess up our Rear Dane. We'll just play the Rear Dane then. Let's get Pitfall. At least we purified the bounty off of that. I was thinking we might need... Okay, there's a Czar. Hopefully we can kill off some of these tokens here. Okay, getting them both is quite good. Now, his Akarantia, he does not have a spender card. We need to stop him from having a spender card. Which means I think we just play this. I guess Waylays kill it, this kills it. This does not. So perhaps we go... Isengrim first, even though it's not that much value. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this first. So we need to have ways to kill Spenders and Akarantia. As long as we can kill the Spenders, we'll be fine.
I'll scrub the decks with your face!
Okay, we can go Waylays here. Let's do the Waylays first.
Act your age. At 2 centuries, you behave like you were barely one.
Time for you to die, Dwan. For the daisy of the valley!
We should have enough damage from Vernassil now to kill something. His next thing. We're up for 46 too. This is, if he has a Spender and Akarantia with so many open sesames, he can still win this. So as long as we can stop. Yeah, his next card's Akarantia, but we just kill this. And then he can't spend the coins and we win. Yep, there we go. Can't spend coins, we win. But he had 3 open sesames left, I think, so he could probably get 3 cards off the top of his deck. Going up against vampires. Do have a lot of engine value. That they do. Alright, we've got Heist. This gets called a Force. We'll probably want to use that. If we have 2 Sappers, do we be greedy? I don't think he has much removal. Let's be greedy and keep all the Purifies. See if we can't do some insane value plays here. Okay, here's an Igrin. Igrin, that's a little surprising to me to be seen in vampires. It's actually really surprising. What else does this guy have in store for us? An Empyrean Phantom. This is looking really weird. Maybe it's not vampires. This, though, to be fair, the Phantom does actually give him a little bit of control. Let's play the Angus here. Hopefully he doesn't kill it. If he does, we'll try and go for a Vanadane. Sunset Wanderer's there too. Not really sure what this deck is, which is kind of concerning. Well, it looks like our Rear Dane's gonna get some value here. Not much for it other than to keep playing him.
For your bed!
The Doomed wasn't showing up, but it was definitely there. Question is, do we go for more Rear Danes? Or do we throw a Vanadane in too? We're going to try for Vanadanes with 3 cargoes next round.
That's what they call me.
Let's do that.
So tired.
Try for the Vanadane next round. Could just go to round 3. But I don't think we're going to miss this opportunity.
Round up the prisoners.
Whoops.
What's a daisy? How utterly inept of me.
He's gonna win here. And he is in a really good spot because he won up a card. But we have +4 on our Deadeyes. So I don't think he can beat us. It's pretty risky to keep going there, but I think we do it. Drew our Vanadane, that's nice. Put this back then. We don't need... Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, we could draw Call the Forest, and it's not integral anymore, because the only thing it gets us is Vernasio. We did draw it. I think we played Vanadane before Heist here.
This is our land, Dwan. You're not welcome here.
You might just pass. It'd be really good for him if he did pass, and bad for us. Alright, now we'll play the Heist. Even if he goes in like up 2 cards round 3, I think we just have so much value that we can still win, but it depends on what his deck is, because I'm not too sure.
I wonder how long you last.
As you command, Daisy.
Okay, that's that. We've got a bunch of Waylays. We might just start playing the Waylays now. Because we'll still have 4 in our deck for Sim Loss, even if we play these 2. And I think we play them for tempo. Because they're worth quite a bit. That's what we'll do. We'll play them for tempo. You have to watch out for Igni Scorch, but... I mean, I haven't seen that in a while. We have a Aridin. I just don't know what this is. That's very weird.
Time for you to die, Dwan.
Could go with a leader here. I think I'd just rather hold it. If he wants to go up 2 cards, he can. Like, this is just bigger tempo next round. Alright, so at this point, we're going to start having to play cards out of our hand. Let's do an Isengrim. Call the Forest Vernasio instead. Let's do the Vernasio. It's really big tempo.
My heart holds no forgiveness for traitors.
And then it makes the Isengrim bigger afterward if we have to keep going. I'm pretty confident in the value of Sim Loss here. We just have to try to not draw the Waylays. That's a skill we can employ, is to not draw Waylays. It's not just RNG. Let's get some more.
Sword in hand.
Pretty comfortable here, outside of Scorch Igni. Okay, there's not gonna be a Scorch or an Igni. That we didn't even have a 9. We're looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good indeed. We can get a trap.
Freedom is won with blood.
Let's just take Serpent. And then we're just gonna pass here, I think. If he plays another, well, I guess if he has Igni, we lose 36. We should be good though. Alright, now we have this insane Sim Loss. But that's about it. Other than our leader charges, which are obviously worth a lot as well. No, don't draw these. Don't draw these. We drew 2. That's really bad. Hopefully we don't redraw any. Okay, we're okay then. Do we go Pitfall first or Neophyte first? Let's do Neophyte first. Let's go Pitfall next. That way if we get a big card, he already has something else we can hit with it. Like he might have our card out for us to value. Okay, looks like that was the mistake. Let's see, we can go Bowman or Pitfall Trap. Just go Pitfall Trap. Hopefully he plays a unit. If he plays a special card, that's going to be pretty sad. Questions, is it worth playing? I guess we play Bowman. We're going to have a really big finisher. I'm just not sure what his finisher is. Like, he probably has Ozrael on the Yigrin, but I don't know what else he would do. Hopefully he does that here. We can hit it with Simloss. Nice, we get Simloss value. And this should be a really big finisher. He still has 2 cards left, but this should be good. He's still 4 Waylays on this Simloss. Each of these is playing for 10, and then we've got 21 on our leaders. Unfortunately, there's no way to dodge an Igni, so he has an Igni. I really don't think he does, though. Yeah, that's just GG. He already played another Geralt. That's the deck, guys. I think it's actually quite good. There's a lot of ways to play it with the cargoes from the heist. There's a lot of things you can do. The opponent can interfere. Like they can remove your Vanadane and your Angus round 1, so you can't do the combo. Combo them with heist, I mean. If they don't do that, you're gonna get a lot of value from one of them. Of course, you also have to draw them both. You're gonna draw Angus. That's why you get the 4 traps. I think 4 traps for Angus is definitely worth it. I tried versions just like only relying on Angus where you played like Oneiromancy and stuff. I think just having the 4 traps for him is worth it. I don't know about more than 4 traps. Sometimes you want a crushing trap. Not that often though, I find, so we don't have it in here. But as far as the rest, like Simloss Waylays is always really good, and since you're playing Heist, you can do it on Vanadane and get really big Waylay combos. I don't think we got any insane ones in this video, but you certainly can. And as far as the rest, I think just having the Tome and the Call to Forest to tutor our guys out, sometimes you don't get what you want, but I think having the provisions to include stuff like Reardane and the traps is probably worth it. Well, I think it is worth it, but it can be annoying because you won't always draw your combos with less consistency cards. So I think the only things really to change might be to add a crushing if you want it, and then you'd have to cut provisions somewhere. I guess you'd have to cut like Pitfall for it. I think this is better though, so I wouldn't. And then Tome is the other one. Like we only have 2 specials in the deck we want to play. Technically we have more, we have Waylays, but we don't want to play those with Arcane Tome. So it's really only here for the heist. And then sometimes Call of Force if you need it. It can be annoying to give it to your opponent though, because it gives them a lot of times, like if you go Arcane Tome for heist round 1, a lot of the time it gives them access to a heat wave to remove your Angus or your Vanadane. So that is a little unfortunate with the Tome. I wish there was a better card to tutor with here that's not so many provisions, but I don't think there is. So maybe remove it if you want to, but I think we kind of need it to help set up the combos. As far as the bronzes, like these can be whatever ones you want. I went for ones with deploys, and I went with the extra Peller because it helps giving more purifies if you want to be greedy with the heist. But I think these are pretty good ones. There's other options, right? A squirrel would certainly help sometimes, and so would a spores. Pretty matchup dependent, but sometimes you need the squirrel, sometimes you need the spores. It's just, what do you think you're going to need into what you're playing? But overall, I like the deck. I think there's a lot of ways you can use the Call to Forest to get whatever you want, and then you can use that to kind of play with heist and pick what cards you want to trigger. Especially if you can do stuff with like Reardane, which is quite good. If you ever, I think there was one game where we had a really bad hand, and we just Reardaned, and we were allowed to heist it, and he just quit. So having options for the heist is really good. But against control decks like, for example, bombs or something, you just never have anything alive that's worth heisting, and it's 11 provisions, do nothing, which is bad. So heist is kind of, I think it's usually quite good, but the opponent tends to try and remove the stuff that you want to use with it, and since there's so many control decks going around, you can't always get off the big combos. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I think this one's a pretty good one. Seen some other people playing a similar one on the ladder, so made me want to play it with some traps in it. It's not an all trap deck, but I mean, it's basically traps. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.